that was one of my favorite characters, you know, in the company because he was a comedian. He was the comedy part of the show, and that's what I liked. We needed that, the funny part. Sorry, go ahead.
Bree's hula hoop just fell apart.
Smashing over each other's heads?
No. I was hula hooping and it just fell right apart.
Bring it here. Watch this.
I need tape. Or something.
Yeah, it looks like you are trying to take it. Oh, bro. You ruined it. You ruined everything.
Oh, there's water in it, dude.
Okay.
Yep.
Hope it's water. Like a cat pee.
So I don't even know what was I saying. I forgot now.
About the animosity and how my character.
Yeah. So the Fuzz character was my favorite because he was funny. We'll say that you weren't the most athletic wrestler.
Athletic at all.
Just take this thing.
I don't have any tape.
But he still.
Take your mouth shut.
The character still had trademark moves. And one thing about Chris that he could do well is take a lot of shots to the head with different, different objects, whether it be industrial pans, trays, 2x4s,
chairs. What else was it?
CD cases. I hit you with CD cases hard. Anything I hit, it's road signs. Which we didn't use road signs very much. Somebody else did that. Not us. But trust me, when we would plan it out it was time for Fuzz to get hit in the head with an object. Trust me, if I was the one laying it in, I was going to lay it in hard. And you can agree to that. I wasn't going to sit there and just tip-tap somebody, no.
I didn't really like getting hit by anybody else because I was so afraid they'd like smack me in the face or something.
Oh God! And you gotta protect the sport, the business. You know, you can't hit easy. You gotta lay it in there because you can't. You know, even though it's an open deal now, you know, a straight shoot. Wrestling.
No more K5.
Do what?
No more that K5.
Yeah, no more K5. It's, wrestling stage. It's predetermined. But it's, it's still dangerous, and stunts that we do pretty
injuries still happen.
Yeah, I would say I've done mixed martial arts. I did pro fighting, and I've done backyard wrestling too. And out of the two, I think that wrestling is more dangerous. You have a higher chance of getting hurt.
Because once you start getting hurt in UFC, the referee's there to stop.
Yeah.
You know? And you never know what's going to happen if you're up 20 feet in the air trying to jump off of something.
And a lot of times you're putting your body in, you're trusting another human being with your life, because if they're lifting you up and they're going to be the ones dropping you or throwing you, and you're allowing them to do that. If they drop you wrong, they can kill you. In fighting, you can prevent that. You can say, this guy's going to try to take me down. Oh, no, you're not.
Yeah. What you want?
You better look where you're going.
Get my shot. Hello. Hello, Fuzz Jr. What do you want? What?
What's your boat's going to fall over? So Fuzz was going to take a break, but what we'll talk like one of the main animosity that problems, drama, chaos that we had in UCW was the fact that I created this thing. I was the originator and the innovator that created UCW. So I was the owner. And basically, when it came down to it, at the end of the day, I made the calls. I chose who was going to win. I chose who was going to be our champions. And I had final say-so in everything. And me and Chris were good friends, and Chris was an entertaining wrestler. What we had was we had other wrestlers that were more athletic and could do a lot of cool things, but their character wasn't established yet, and I tried to work with them to help them establish their character, but they had a problem with the fact that I put Chris over more than them, and but they didn't understand that Chris's character was already established, and Chris was over with the crowd. So I had to help build their character first and get their character up to standard to where I could actually put them over or let Chris put them over. And what I mean by that, say, one of the main, well, let's just get to the point. The main person we had a problem with was Shannon Bills. Or, at first his name was what? BMF. And he's BMF. I mean, that character was so stupid. He stole that from Stone Cold Steve Austin, which BMF, it stands for Bad Mother Effort. Okay?
GMF.
And, this was not a good idea. It was stupid. So finally, I said, he would get mad because as BMF, I'm not going to let you get a win over Fuzz. His character's already over. So eventually, he did come into his own and create a decent character in Kid Violent. But Kid Violent, that whole thing went to his head, and Kid Violent was pretty much basically like a punk, a punk kid. He was a hardcore high-flying wrestler. He dressed like Jeff Hardy, which I like Jeff Hardy too, and I like the way he dresses too. I kind of dress like it too. But he went all out to where when he liked something or the way somebody was doing something, he tried to be that person. And one thing he done was everything I would do, he would try to duplicate it. He basically was trying to be me. And he couldn't be me because he couldn't do the same. He could do the same stuff, but not as good. Some stuff he might have done better, but that's what he should have took advantage of and done the stuff that he was actually good at.
Take advantage of your strengths.
Right. Instead of, every time always trying to compete with me. Oh, I bled so much in that one match in '99. Well, he kept trying to bleed. He wanted to keep giving himself color, but he never could bleed as much as me because he never did cut deep enough. So, the whole Kid Violent thing, his attitude, it really came out in him, and then he started, that character carried over into his real person. Like, he would really be jealous of me, and behind my back, he would talk about me to other wrestlers, and he was jealous because Chris was still getting over, and he felt like he had arrived, and now I'm the champion. Now, no, I'm not going to lose it. He could have never imagined, I did put him over finally. So what I was getting uninterested in wrestling at the time. So I stopped wrestling because I had a girlfriend, and then that's when Kid Violent stepped up and did a triple threat match, and we put him over as the champion. And at that point, after he won the title, he felt like, I'll never lose to somebody like Fuzz ever again. And that's not the way to look at the business. Matter of fact, he never even thought about working with you, which would have been awesome. Like,
I wouldn't mind to lose. I wasn't that type of person,
To me, I want to work with every talent we have. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, even though me and Shannon had our differences and we didn't like each other outside camera, we were a tag team or a group called the Innovators of Violence, and we to the cameras we were a tight group, But off camera, I didn't like the guy, and he probably didn't like me either. But we also had great matches together because we were both good athletes, and we took it seriously. And he definitely took it serious what he did. And you know, when I make a match, I want to make a damn good match, and I'll set it up and plan it out and actually practice it. And you know, actually.
Yeah, we spent a long. I mean, we try to make the show as long as possible, but we showed up probably about 2-3 hours early before we even started recording, just to go over everything.
Yeah, we would.
And we'd go through it throughout the week in class or whatever. We'd be like, well, I want to do this, and you want to do that. And
we would just think of something. We might be in class, and all of a sudden think, oh man, I'd love to do that. And then you'd come to me, hey, this would be a good idea. And I'll be like, dang, that is a good idea. Let's do it. And yeah, we took it serious, and I loved that part of it. It was fun. We would, you know, choreograph it, and then, you know, even me and Chris, when we would have our matches would be good too. You know, I liked working with everybody. I like doing like, the high falls stuff. But anyways, this is just the first episode of the UCW behind the scenes, and we'll do the next episode next week. I think that's probably good enough for this week. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah.
All right, well, just tune in next time.
Way to go.
I need food.
You ruined the show.
You ruined the show.